Okay, this is a debate of the week. I just forgot what I was doing. I just remembered that I deleted the Austin Aries video, so I gotta redo it over again. So I was just thinking about what did I say, and I don't remember. There's a lot of stuff I've been doing lately, so let's put it in perspective. What happened at Bound for Glory, how that match went was violent. And for what I understand, they went well beyond the script over at the Hall of Fame ceremony for Abyss. So now that we know that Austin Aries is not with the company right now, that his contract is expired, was this a work? Was this a work shoot? Was this a total shoot? My guess is it's either between a total shoot and a work shoot. Somewhere in between them, there is Austin Aries and Johnny Impact. I hate using Johnny Impact. Why not just use Johnny Morrison or Johnny Mundo? Why does he keep changing his name for the company he's in? Just stick with one, dude. Come on. But anyway, what does this really mean for us? This is what I'm thinking. When it came to Austin Aries and Johnny, they drummed up some real interest going through TMZ because of what happened with the Twitter problem. With the Twitter, I didn't really see the tweets. I do not have Twitter. I'm eventually going to get Twitter. But the thing is that it's for the other show, not for this. But I'll give it to you like this. This drums up publicity and something for Impact. Now, we already know Impact is now moving at 10 o'clock. And I already said in my Impact review that them moving to a later time slot helps them for different parts of the country, as well as for another country like Canada. Canada was getting it probably at 5 or 6 in the afternoon, where most of the people haven't gotten out of work yet. Because people still do 9 to 5. The majority of the world does 9 to 5, and most of them won't even get home yet. Parts of the United States, it'll be like 7 or 6 o'clock in some parts, or 4 or 5 o'clock in other parts, as far as I know. Like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I think it was like 4 o'clock for most people to see Impact in California or Seattle or any other place right there. And they haven't even gotten out of work yet. So this will help them in some ways. So the question's going to be, did this drum up huge amount of interest that now, if people can do GWN or their own service provider for the cable or satellite or internet, will they watch? I don't know. I'm hoping. This is a big question. I'm hoping that this will drum up even more interest for Impact, because they are doing much better work they've done in the last couple of years. But as I've said, wait until next year, maybe about March or April, to see if Impact is going to stay stable, or if they're going to start flipping the script and having some stupid issue that we're going to hear that wrestlers are just leaving because they can't stand the product. Austin Aries had his reasons. If this was real, if what happened on Twitter and what happened at the Hall of Fame was real, because they were cursing their asses off at each other, and they were being incredibly stiff with each other with that match. If this really was real, Austin's a dick. But I don't totally blame him. Because let's be honest, the reason Johnny is getting the title isn't because he's a damn good wrestler, which he is. It's because of what he's been doing. It's because he made his own movie. Well, he's been in 2 movies. 2. One he produced himself, and one he did not produce. Now, if you had never heard of Reborn Hercules, that was a movie he was in, and I believe Tamina was with him in that movie. So that was a movie that he did that he didn't pay for himself. And Bo the Bounty Hunter is a movie that he produced himself with Kevin Sorbo in it. Short moments with Kevin Sorbo. And that's one of my most favorite actors. He is. But he did that. Then he did Survivor. And because of that publicity, they wanted to hand him the title. And that's pretty much obvious. Now, if that's what happened with Austin, that he got so badly jaded from the WWE that they did literally nothing with him. After his orbital socket was broken because of Shinsuke Nakamura, he was out for several months. He had to do commentary for a while on NXT, and then 205 Live. Well, he did it on 205 Live. Then he went to wrestle 205 Live, which they knew at the time sucked. It was a dead show. It's understandable why he left the company. He went back to Impact after being to several other companies and became champion there. And then after working for the last maybe year, nearly a year, that he had been busting his butt for Impact, making publicity, they now give it to Johnny because he was on Survivor. It's understandable why he got pissed off. And that he didn't sell at the end of that match, which I admit I didn't notice. I really didn't notice it. I was happy with the show. And I didn't pay attention enough to see that when it came to the Starship Pain, and he did not sell it at all. He took the pin, he got up, he cursed at Callis, flipped the fingers at him, and spit, I think, at Johnny Impact, and left. So, when it comes to that, I can understand him being pissed, but that's still a dick move. It spoils it for Bound for Glory, it spoils it for Johnny, it spoils it for Taya, and it gives greatness to Impact. Because even though that spoils it for Johnny, it doesn't mean it doesn't get publicity for Impact and not knowing when Austin will come back. And I'm telling you, this could still end very good for Impact. But that's if it was a shoot. But even if it was a work shoot, I don't think it was just work. I think it was a work shoot, to be honest. If it was a work shoot, it still drums up great publicity for Impact. But like I said, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Will this really give Impact something? It's going to be a question next year if their viewership goes up. Because as it stands right now, their viewership went down. So hopefully with this new time change and people who are getting out of work, who are already out of work, will tune in either to the GSN network or to the service provider and try to get Pop TV. This is my point of view. You guys tell me below. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.